There and welcome to day 2 of the Glow with the Flow series. Today we are focusing our attention on opening the chest, shoulders, and the entire upper body, adding in a bit of strength movements. So let's begin in a seated position, Vajrasana, with a few neck rotations to one side. Please feel free to stick to half circles if that feels right for you today. And then switching the rotation to the opposite side. All right. Now plant the palms coming into a tabletop position. Let's move through a few cat and cow stretches. Wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Inhale as you arch the back, belly drops towards the mat, gaze up to the sky. Exhale as you hunch the back, chin tucks, and gaze at the belly button or downwards. Do a few more on your own here. Now staying in a tabletop position, placing one palm down, let's begin to rotate the other arm backwards. And then switch the direction to forward. And now switch to the other arm. Don't forget to switch the direction of the rotations. All right. Now lift opposite arm and opposite leg coming into a balancing tabletop position. Pull the belly button towards the spine, keep your core entirely engaged. Begin to rotate the wrist and ankle out in one direction. Switch the direction. Release and switch sides. All right. Tuck the toes if they are untucked. Exhale as you rock the hips back, your glutes touch the heels. And as you inhale, come back to tabletop position, pushing the hips a little forward. Exhale. Rock the hips back. Inhale, bring the hips forward. Continue on your own for a few more rounds. All right. Now untuck the toes and let's move through child's pose. Exhale. And as you inhale, come into upward facing dog, knees on the mat. Inhale. Going deeper into your child's pose every time you exhale, lengthening out your hands. And on an inhale, coming into your upward facing dog, feeling your front body elongate a little more, lengthen a little more. Ending in a child's pose position and taking a wider distance between the thighs. Your big toes touch behind. Your torso is placed in the middle of the thighs. Lengthen out your hands. Now, see if you can bend the elbows, join the palms, stretching the triceps. Gently plant the palms, lift the knees off the mat, downward facing dog. pedaling the feet here for a bit on every exhale. Keep pushing the torso towards the thighs, feeling the chest expand further. And then preparing to switch between a high plank position, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, exhale, downward facing dog, completing a few more rounds on your own. Doing a couple more. And then holding the last high plank for a few breaths. Working the core as well, body parallel to the floor. Open the shoulder blades towards the ceiling by pushing the floor away with your palms. Stay strong on your hands. Belly button is towards the spine. Breathe. All right. Drop the body slowly, completely to the mat. Lovely. Now plant the palms and lift the chest off the mat, coming into a cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Slight bend in the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, drop back down. Repeat that a few more times on your own. Now, if you would like to do this on your fingertips as well, please feel free to do so. And then come into a full back extension, lifting the entire torso off the mat. Straightening the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lower back down. Doing a few more rounds on your own. All right, on your last exhale, lower the body completely to the mat. Release the hands, this time taking them in line with the body. Now, as you inhale, lift the arms and the chest and the feet off the mat for locust pose, Salabhasana. Hold here, squeezing the back, squeezing your glutes. Trying to come as high as possible, looking forward. And release. All right, now coming on to the knees, shift the hips above the knees, drop the chest towards the floor, chest aims to touch the mat, arms lengthened out in front. Come onto the forehead or chin for that extra stretch in the throat area, holding a puppy pose. And now, planting the palms and coming back into a child's pose position. Grab the heels, keep the toes tucked, grab the heels tightly, and bring the forehead closer to the knees, preparing to come into rabbit pose, Sasangasana. Now, on an inhale, lift the hips off the heels and upwards. You will notice yourself coming onto the crown of your head. Stay here and breathe, lengthening the entire spine, stretching the upper back, neck, and arms. Slowly exhale and release yourself, coming into downward facing dog. Alright, now kick the right leg up or just take it forward for a low lunge. Hands up to the sky, inhale. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, open the arms to the side, push the chest forward, creating a tiny back bend. Inhale, hands up to the sky, exhale, open the arms up to the side. Few more rounds to go. Perfect. Now plant the palms and let's begin to switch sides. Your left leg is forward this time. All right. Now coming into a tabletop position, toes tucked, we are moving on to our last arm strengthening move. Push the hips a little forward, exhale as you drop the knees, chest and chin to the mat, Ashtangasana. Inhale here and exhale, push back up to tabletop. Completing a few more rounds on your own. Now, if you're unable to push yourself up from the floor, modify by inhaling, going halfway down, and exhale, push up. You choose what suits your body. All right. Ending in a child's pose. Pick yourself up to a seat in Vajrasana. Interlock the fingers. Inhale as you peel your chest open to the sky, pulling your hands in the opposite direction. Stay here for a breath or two. And then, on your next exhale, begin to fold forward, picking the arms towards the ceiling. Palms stay interlocked. Please feel free to use a strap if this isn't an accessible posture for you today. All right, now lift the torso up, release the legs from under you, coming into Dandasana. Inhale as you lengthen the hands and torso up to the sky, and exhale as you fold forward, coming into a seated full forward fold. Relaxing the lower back, stretching the upper back and arms as you grab the outer arches of the feet. Option to keep the knees a little bent here. Gently pick yourself up. Well done. Fold the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around them. Head into the knees. Stay here for a breath. Release. And gently lower yourself onto the belly. All right, now extend your right arm out to the side and slowly start to shift your body weight onto it while taking the support of the left palm and left toes on the mat by bringing the bent left leg over the right leg. Your face rests on the mat. Whenever you're ready, repeat the same stretch on the left side. Perfect. Now coming into our final posture, plant the palms, push yourself back into a wide child's pose. Big distance between the thighs, your torso goes in between, your big toes touch behind, resting and relaxing. Continuing to lengthen out the hands forward. Feeling every inhale expand the chest laterally. Let's take 3 breaths, inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. Now you can choose to stay in this calm state for as long as you like, noticing the breath, noticing if there has been a shift in energy, accepting all emotions received during practice, whether good or bad. We have come to the end of practice. I hope you enjoyed this little upper body flow. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day.